Well, let's go ahead and get started. This is uh this is continuing on with our chapter 3, I believe. Yeah, chapter 3. Still sick, so I apologize for coughing. This is searching for text within files. I got text tools, commands to search for and manipulate text, such as database information. Regular expressions. These are text wildcards that ease the search for specific text. Maybe you might use a certain character to indicate it can has to start with these few characters, but then it can be any character after that. And we'll see more about that. Match patterns of text within a text document used by many text tools and programming languages, including grep, Emacs, C++, Perl, and many more. Now we looked at let's see, where am I? LS, T, and then we put an asterisk, and that shows you everything that starts with T. Regular expressions are different than that. Wildcard meta characters are interpreted by a shell. Regular expressions are interpreted by text tools. Wildcard meta characters match characters in file names. Regular expressions match characters within text files. Wildcard meta characters typically have different definitions than regular expressions. More regular expressions than wildcard meta characters. So there's more options you can do with it. Regular expressions are divided in two different categories. Your common regular expressions, this is available to most text tools, and your extended regular expressions. This is less common and available in only certain text tools. So we got our asterisk here, and then matches 0 more occurrences of the previous character. Letter asterisk matches all of these. That's common type. Trying to see if they give you any kind of example. Okay, well, let's go and play with it then. Okay, so let me do a grep -- help. See if I get a little bit of idea of the format. Looks like option, then the pattern, and then the file. Okay. And so I'm gonna see what files I have. Cat test.xt I think was the one I was looking at. Grep. Don't remember if this needs to be in a single quotes or not, but we'll try it. I think it does. And then test.xt is a directory. Okay, let's try it again. So you see the two that I had in that file, and let me make sure it's actually accessing that file. I go David. Okay. Okay, so now I have that in there. You can do your up arrow over and over to access previous previous commands. Okay, because I think these are actually the same that's in this folder. So, but you see, I put the P in the asterisk, and it found the pictures in public right there. Let's change that. Put a PI. Well, I don't got the right syntax in. Okay. I forgot you have to, with regular expressions, it's not the same as a wildcard. If I put brackets around it and put a capital P in there, it's looking for everything that has a capital P as the first letter. If I my second one, I put brackets around, put an I in it, it's looking for the second character is an I. If I remember right, you can put ranges in here, A through J. And so now it'll look at everything that starts with uppercase P and has the second character is A through J. So that just shows you an example of using a grep. Again, asterisk matches 0 or more occurrences. The question mark matches 0 or 1 occurrences of the previous character. Probably the examples over here is the best. You see letter and question mark matches the both of these. Plus matches 1 or more occurrences of the previous character. Letter plus matches all of those. Period matches 1 character of any type. So if you do letter dot, then it doesn't matter what's there. So over here, let me create a file. Or no, not create a file. Boy, I'm out of it today. Echo PA pat, and I'll do a greater than dependent on the end of test.xt. And PJT. So now if I look at my grep, this will show me everything that starts with P and then has A through J. Now it comes up with those. Instead, if I put a dot there, then the second one is A through J. Then it doesn't matter what that first character is. That's what PowerPoint's indicating. But second letter has to be, or the one following it has to be an A through J. Okay, so here's an E with a letter before it. Here's a C with a letter before it. Here's an E with a letter before it. Here's an A with a letter before it. Here's an I with a letter before it. and so on. So it gives you our first character. I shouldn't keep saying first character. It's not the first position, but our first character is anything, and then A through J. Does that make sense on what that? Then my third character, you could put a dot. That means it could be anything. And the next one, I'm looking for a pattern here. Next one will be an E. Okay, so our first character can be anything. Then we have A through J. So the video here, what you see in red. There's the I, which is A through J, and then the V is any character. Then the character following that, the D, can be any character. And then the last one has to be an E. So it gives you total control on what you want to search for. It's a lot more powerful than like Microsoft's Word, where you just search for parts of strings. Now I don't remember all this myself. When I go to do a grep, I always have to find some kind of table like this, and helps me remember what do I need to actually put in? Dot, a caret, a dollar sign, what exactly? Okay. Now here. Okay, this is what I've been using. We got a bracket, and then you have any letter. Matches one character not from the range. So if you put an exclamation, then it can be any character except for those. Looks like. Like this starts with the letter, and then it can be anything except for 1, 2, 3, 8. So return letter 4, letter 5, so on. The braces matches a specific number or range of the previous character. Oh, okay. Since the R is a previous character, then it matches any number of R's. So letter or letter with there's 3 R's there. Okay. Now 2-4. Let's see what that does. Okay, so you could have 2 R's, 3 R's, or 4 R's. So that's saying that letter, and then you put that the braces 2, 4. That previous letter, which is R in letter, you're looking for 2 R's, 3 R's, or 4 R's. So if I had something in my file, if I had happy days, PPP, or here again, tack that onto the end of it. Again, the greater than is the concatenation, puts on into the file. A cat, remember, views the file. So I got that on there now. So if I do an echo grep and single quote and 2, 4, P there, and then 2, 4. Yeah, helps actually put the file name. Test.xt. Nothing. Uppercase P, 2, 4. me go look at that. Okay, I guess I haven't used that the quote the curly braces there. Okay, so that finds that, and I should be able to. I should be able to mix these. Let me put a just a number there, 2. No. Okay, I'm not obviously not going to get that. I'd have to Google and find an example of that. We got a spacer, that shouldn't matter. Matches the following characters of the first characters on the line. So this is if they're in position 1. So like you could have the above here where you got the character, but it's in the position 1. Asterisk matches the previous characters, the last characters on the line. So same type of deal. And mother or father, and I can't really see that, but I think those are parentheses. So matches the word mother or father. Okay, so yeah. Parentheses around it. Helps to actually read. Oh, I don't have my quotes. Didn't like that. Oh, because I'm still thinking along those same concepts. No, that should, based upon their example, matches word mother or father. Unless that's not supported on this. Gray. I don't know what gray is, but that's not right. Okay, so let me try this. Pipe symbol in between them. T, or T, E, and M. Yeah, I'm not sure about that that last one. Some of these I've never used. You use them once in a blue moon. Okay, displays lines in a text file that match the common regular expressions. egrep. Oh, that's the extended ones. You have to do a dash E. Where was the one there? Dash E. There it goes. Dash F. What's it do? Does not interpret any regular expressions. That the whole reason for using grep was to use regular expressions. Grep requires 2 arguments: text to search for. Can be regular expressions, files in which to search. When you, and I've screwed this up a few times, when you're doing a grep and you put in something, and you just press enter, it just appears like it didn't do anything. Then it's assuming you're going to type in a text. And I just did a Control C to end that. But it's expecting something to come in. Now you can bring a lot of different options in the grep. Like if I do a grep and doing a search of some sort. You can redirect something in with this. So I don't think you can type an ls directly on this. Let's see if that's true. Yeah. There's something special you have to do. I think you have to put quotes around this, but I'm not sure. Let's see. No, there's something else you have to do. But other commands, you can have it redirected in. So, but grep is usually text files. Now, when I do this, when I've used grep in the past, is I think it's dash R for recursive in a slash like that. This is all the files on the system. What I'll do is, since I don't like to sit there and fiddle with it and try to figure out what's going on, I'll do an ls-r and then the slash is the root, and I'll redirect it into a file. I think I might have in all the files already. Redirect it in all.txt. And now I should have an all.txt. Now if I do a grep and I'm searching for something in here, then it'll work against basically a copy of all the files. So if I'm all.txt. Let's look for it's curious it doesn't put them in red, but you see what's finding. Everything has bin in it. Now I have to do some other changes with this, because my original file, and I'm doing a cat to view it, and I'm doing a pipe more so it'll go page at a time. My original file did not have the entire directory structure on the same line as the file name. So I lose that. So I'd have to do some playing with my ls to get the entire directory structure to appear on the same line, if I was going to use that same mechanism. Most system configuration is stored in text files, as is commonly accessed information such as email and program source code. Most Linux distributions come with several text editors. Text editors come in two varieties. Editors can be used on the command line, and editors can be used as in a GUI. One of the oldest and most popular text editors for Unix operating system was Vi. There's Vim, which is Linux equivalent of it. Standard in most Linux distributions. Advantages: portability, not usability. Advantages: portability, not usability. I don't think it's that user friendly. So used on Unix and Linux. The VI editor, Vi, supports regular expressions, can perform over 1,000 different functions for the user. So you can see quite a bit of power with the utility. The editor's bimodal. It has a command mode where you can perform text editing tasks not related to inserting text, such as deleting text, copying text, so forth. And then insert mode. This is where you're actually typing in text. Press the escape key to return to the command mode. User environment is you can customize it through settings, can be altered at the colon prompt. Let's see if this has that editor. Vi. You type in your Vi test.xt, and this is what it's talking about. Now I'm typing W, and see how it's moving down. So it's not what you might think of in terms of a normal editor, where you can just start using it. Okay, now here's how you use it. And I don't use this not to have any kind of expertise, because I hate it. But again, it's very common. I changes to insert mode and places the cursor for the current character for entering text. Back to escape. Okay, so I for insert and escape to go back. Okay, so I'm right here in this line. I do an I, so I'm in insert. It says insert at the bottom, and this is the okay. Now I do escape. Come down here. I'll do another I. This is line 3. This is line 5. And I'm just using my down arrow there. I do escape. And how do you exit? Probably Q, I'm guessing. Well, let's try it. Most applications seems like it is Q. Colon Q. Exit. I'm recording. Escape that. How do you get out of that? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. Read the directions here. Colon Q. Oh, I just did a Q. Quits from that if no changes were made. Colon Q. Colon WQ. Most unuser-friendly package there is WQ enter. Okay. What I was trying to demonstrate is if I look at it, it is making my changes here. So you see that there. So let me go back in. So I'm down here. Again, insert takes you in. You can make changes and so forth. I'll do an insert here. Press enter. This is line 1. And escape. Exit out. Now, some of these commands says some of these commands you can do in alternate ways. Instead of I, you can do A. Places a cursor after the current character for entering text. All these go to insert mode, I should say. O opens a new line underneath the current line for entering text. Well, I just demonstrated to you that you can press enter to get a new line. So when you're looking at all these, you don't have to know all of this. Tons with this editor. And what's this? I think that's L. Changes to insert mode or insert mode. Places cursor at the beginning of the current line for entering text. Well, if I come here, I'm right here. If I do an I, was it? Was it that hard to use arrow keys? I don't know why you'd sit there and memorize L. But what that's implying is if I'm right here, if I do an L, well, unless that's a 1, well, you can see my expertise on this is almost non-existent. Couldn't get that one to work. Places cursor at the end of the current line for entering text. Uppercase A. Okay, definitely can see that's an uppercase A. Okay, so that puts it at the end of the line. And again, escape. Again, if I'm right here, if I do an I, it's not that hard to do my go to the end like that. But if you have an extremely long line, I can see where some of this would be beneficial. I'm now at the end. This one still bothers me why that didn't work. I'm assuming not 0. Changes to insert mode, opens a new line above the current line. Escape. So probably the two important ones there are I and escape, I think. But the beauty of everything we're looking at is if you're clever with it, you can put these into scripts. So your editor doesn't have to be interactive with the user. You could automate something. Let's see if I can make this bigger. W or little w or big W moves cursor forward 1 word to the beginning of the next word. Okay, so I'm right here. Keep typing W. Takes me to the next word. E moves cursor forward 1 word to the end of the next word. So that's what E does. And I'm not going to go over all this. Should be in the book. But this just demonstrates to you that there's a lot of things you can do in the command mode. It says deletes 3 characters starting from the character the cursor's on. So what is that? 3 and then little x. Okay. 3 and little x. Got rid of PIC. Now if I do 3 and little x again, it'll get rid of the TUR. Again, I don't consider it that hard to go into your insert and press your delete 3 times. But that's not as true power. The true power is not that you can sit there and memorize this and not have to use your delete key at all on your keyboard. True power of this is that you can automate, like I say, in the shell script. Here's a bunch more. Okay, so here might be some useful information. Copies 3 lines starting from the current line and temporary buffer memory for later use. Copies the current line from the cursor to the end line in a temporary buffer memory for later use. Why? And I think that says $. Okay, so I'm here at the on public. Why and then $. Let me do that again just to make sure. Why $? Yeah. Then where's the paste at? Paste the contents underneath the current line. I can't tell if that's an uppercase or lowercase. Guess it doesn't matter. One's above and one's below. Okay, maybe I needed to be on the beginning of the line. Copy from the from the cursor to the end of the line. Helps to actually read. Why $? Okay, so if I'm right here and I want all of templates, I do $. And if I come down here and type P, it'll paste it in. I think I like Windows better. Let's see, undoes the last function, U to undo. Repeats the last function. That's I think the decimal. My eyes are looking right. Searches for the currents of pattern in forward direction. So if you're trying to find where music's at or us, do a /us and okay. /us. I was trying to repeat, but I guess repeat is the dot. No, the dot did that. Now again, I'm doing the backspace to go back, and notice it isn't deleting anything because we're in command mode. How do you repeat a search? Okay. Repeats the previous search in the forward direction and reverse direction. Little n, big N. Okay. So /us. Get there. /us. And to repeat little n or big N. Is that the only one, I guess? Search for E. So /E. And little n goes to the next E. That actually might be kind of useful if you're searching for through a file. For example, was it :Q for quit? No. :WQ? I don't remember. But if I looked at that big file, all those directory names, /bin. If I do a next, N for next, then I can search it that way. Let's see what else there is. Colon Q quits from the Vi editor if no changes were made. Colon Q exclamation is how you quit and not save changes. Yeah, because I've been doing a Q. Yeah. Colon Q. Okay, there it actually quit. I don't know why I've been pushing to not have it do that. Okay, so colon Q exclamation. Quit and don't save. Probably if you do a Q and you made changes, it won't let you. Doesn't do anything if I had to guess, based on what I was seeing. Colon WQ saves any changes. Colon W saves it to a new name. So colon W file name. Vi test.xt colon W this file.txt colon Q, and I got this file.txt now. So what Vim looks like, unless it's pronounced Vime. This file.txt. Huh, I thought they said it came standard. Hopefully that didn't take that long. Famous last words. But let's proceed on with this. We're getting close to the end of on this anyway. Other common text editors, Emacs, editor, macros editor, comparable functionality. To install Emacs, run the following command. To open a file in Emacs, such as Project 4, type Emacs Project 4. Emacs editor uses control key combinations to perform special functions, supports Lisp, artificial intelligence programming language. So again, if you're wondering why they sit there and torture themselves with these hideous editors, it's for programming. Not easy to use. I don't think Vi is, but must memorize key combinations. Well, it's kind of the same. Graphical version editors. Interesting. That implies that by default it goes into the graphical one. Control A moves cursor to the beginning of the line. Control E into the line. Control H. Well, I think I could click with these a little bit better. Yeah, maybe not. Some of them pretty obvious, but here's the graphical version of that. Nano editor, text editor that uses control key combinations to perform functions based on the Pine Unix editor. I haven't used Pine for 20 years. Let's see, other very basic and easy to use, used by Linux administrators. Modify files, control key combinations listed at the bottom of the screen. Okay. That's curious. Oh, it went into. Not sure why that hung up. Maybe the install. Just curious. Vim test.xt. Oops. Colon Q colon WQ. Okay, I got out. And nano test.xt. Do you want to install it? Yes. We'll take a look at that. Following package has to be installed. Okay, yes. Small text editor. And so nano test.xt. Oh, this looks like the Pico Pico. This is the one I like. Maybe it's called different names on different systems. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is already where you can do your arrow keys, and you can just type, just like you would in Notepad. I love this editor. If you do enter, it does that. Very simple to use. You don't have to remember all those commands. Trying to remember how to save. I think it's Control W. Control W. Nope, that's search. Oh, they're right there, right out. Control O. No memory. You can even type in new name. Save file under a different name. Yes. So it's very, very user friendly. Control X to exits out. I wonder. Huh. Pine Composer. Okay. This is what the kind of same commands we were doing. Control O for output. Control W is for search. I was trying to see if it was replaced by the Nano. Oh, a clone of Pico. Pico is called Nano. Okay. Because Pico's earlier version had unclear redistribution terms. Okay. So it's the same thing. Not that I'll remember that next time I teach this, but I have no memory. But again, that's one I'll be using from here on. You won't see me going to that hideous VI anymore. Again, very basic, easy to use, used by Linux administrator to modify files. Advanced functionality is not needed. Control key combination sits at the bottom, and so forth. Okay. The gedit editor, graphical text editor, functional in a GUI environment. You have this over here. It may already recognize that it's a file you can use that in, but if you right click on it, you can see it says open a text editor. This is one text editor that comes default that you can use. Doesn't have a whole lot of functionality, probably the same as Notepad, but it's easy. There's what that editor looks like. Summary. The Linux file system is arranged hierarchically using a series of directories to store files. Location of directories and files can be described using absolute or relative path names. We looked at that. Linux file system can contain many types of files: text files, binary, executable, directories. The ls command is used to view file names, a wide range of options. Wildcards are used are special keyboard characters. Can simplify selection of several files. Text files can be viewed, the contents of it viewed using head, tail, cat, tack. Oh, that's going backwards. More and less. Those are like a page at a time, although they can do other items. We talked about regular expressions, and then we talked about some editors. Now, one thing that bothered me is redirecting that ls back in. Ambiguous redirect. So I'm going to search that since we've got a little bit of time here at the end. Redirecting a command into grep. Redirect command output to grep. Stack Overflow is sometimes good, but usually people don't know what they're doing there, and that's why they go there. That's where I'd post my. I have no clue how to do this with examples. Guru99, that's got to be good. Okay. Oh, maybe I need to go that direction. Grep. Let's just try that. ls dash recursive slash, and then I'll pipe that into grep, and there it went. See, that's in red. So grep's not at the beginning. You take whatever command you have here and you pipe it into grep. Echo hello mom. Echo just prints something to the screen. And piping that into grep, and looking for A through H. And you see it shows you the letters from A through H. Is there any questions on anything we covered? Don't forget, if you're unmuting yourself, press your space bar while you're talking. Well, we'll go ahead and stop there since we finished that chapter. And I'll go ahead and put the next assignment out there for this chapter. And then next time we'll proceed on in chapter 4. So I'll go ahead and stop the recording.